What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. How's the situation?
The water has changed. I was only out there a short time, so
Where was he when you found...
the abandoned zone at the end of the...
Closer than I thought.
Locking the door was necessary.
Well, I did try to convince...
It would probably work on Neuvillette.
That's it. Want some tea?
Not per...
Fine. I'd like to get...
Might as well then, I suppose.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of... Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further... sorry.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator.
Where is she?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If... Linny, are you okay?
I'll be fine.
Are you sure?
My hands and feet are...
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Fremine?
He'll be fine. But
His breathing's begin...
give me a hand and help me get...
Yeah, I'll take him from this side.
On it.
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. The Duke and Clarande are gone. They probably went to get some tea.
He's awake!
Lenny... Lynette...
We're all here.
The infirmary. How do you feel?
Travel... the sea! There's something wrong with the sea.
Shh, it's okay.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. Pipes... Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now. Where could Master Child be? This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it? stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it. This is where the water starts. Okay. The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. Oh, there are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What the... My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it. I can't die here. I have to push on. That's right.
Miss Clarande brought you back.
Miss Clarande,
You're still too weak from it.
Miss Lunetta's right.
A guest? Then I...
You should ask His Grace about that.
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Libby?
No, please go on without...
Lenny.
The logical part of my...
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you.
thank you.
Excuse me.
I take it Mr. Fremonet's
Of course. I wouldn't have...
I've been expecting those two, but might I...
I wanted to check up on Miss...
Mostly fine.
If you don't mind, I'd like to...
All right. Thank...
Well, want to...
Of course. But I'm not... Where should I begin?
Then
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress.
You managed to monitor it?
They came here with ulterior motives. Initially, I thought their goal was just to... Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him... Of course, it's inevitable that the knave... I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went.
So you were hoping Linny...
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation.
Are the rumors true?
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day?
Oh, right.
Me, of course. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be...
And saving...
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that's not something you should be asking after. All I need to prove to you is that the
But we've already uncovered the...
You make a compelling case.
Yeah, Paimon...
Even if the truth may not be pleasant, follow me.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten. Stand on the center.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa! So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon, what a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally... Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and...
Well,
Well, I'd advise you wait...
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Whoa. They all just went up one...
Go on, have a look. I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, then normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, later on a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as over the past few days the needle has...
The concentration of...
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea. Yes.
But forget about the 2 of us. Not even Novelette knows where the Oh.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this. The indicators are now red. If this continues... yeah, you know what the legends...
But that's just too weird. Why would the fort...
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated... It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone... There's no single founder of the fort. When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals received no sympathy of any kind. Some of them began to repent and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro... And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, as the number of exiles increased, the Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress... And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as... But as time went on, people also realized once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered... After many, many centuries, few people still remember... Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out...
But now you know every part of that history.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. To be frank, not really. Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one... Let's go somewhere else. this is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our lab.
Wait, Jurier, he's not.
Huh?
No need to panic, you two.
What? After you warned us not.
I'm skeptical as well.
The results speak for themselves, don't they?
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers. Good. So Edwin's main areas of research.
You...
What a lovely...
Gotta admit.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of...
Ooh, are they together?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just...
You're great!
If I dated her, I'd officially be mad.
Jeez, forget us. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
What a huge... This is also a production zone that Paimon's never...
How much do you know? Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seers. He called his nation
There's a ship in this...
Where there's water, there'll be ships.
Do you believe that...
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor materials, so the moment I began to
Were you inspired by the...
maybe. Fontanian's needs were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship. As the fortress's administrator, alright, that's enough talking for now. Seems like you're good. I'll leave you here for now.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for...
Great.
We're back!
Welcome back.
How can you be so...
While I was sedated, I could still...
Must have been right.
Yeah, I heard one male voice.
I really can't. So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to...
Yeah,
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculation? Yeah,
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sejuin is...
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself three. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater?
Woo!
That's our land.
Secondly, Wriothesley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay. I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring what's more, the Fortress of Marib, as long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, if I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely
You're super...
Thanks so much. If Wriothesley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know... that can't be the full extent of what he's doing. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be.
Let's see.
Could Wriothesley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to... If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations.
Or perhaps he didn't know, and just wanted to bring
Yeah, the two of you have already aided us far too much. If you ever need anything else going forward, though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together...
You have my...
Thank you for protecting Linny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing this...
why are you being so formal all of a sudden? Paimon's hungry.
Oh,
Alright, then we'll catch you guys... pick up ours as well.
Traveler and Paimon, over here.
Are you here for dinner too?
And I'm taking... What would you like to eat? Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Me too!
No problem.
So delicious. I'm so happy.
Feeling full yet?
How's the delicious?
I'm so glad to...
Sejuin, do you do this?
A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I...
You're really good at taking care of people.
Really? You remind...
Oh, and what did you mean back in Rise?
Oh, that. I just asked his great. Thankfully, Glorand is very although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from... Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linney as well.
You were all super...
It's just what we do down here at the Oh, I really wish Monsieur Nervula would come to... Get a good night's rest.
I'm super... delicious.
Out of my way! Get what happened? No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey! What are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye!
Hey! What? What's wrong with these people?
They're here! There you are!
Oh, thank goodness!
Quisto and Lavaroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems... Lavaroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might...
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? Hey! Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us. Yeah, he said to get as far away as...
Oh no, it can't be that thing!
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey!
We have to go find the Duke! You two just go and get out! Go on without him!
Hey! Be careful!
Attention! Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
Can't catch me!
They're here.
Just like I said.
What happened?
You're just in time. But be ready to run. 3, 2, 1.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense. The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Neuvillette? Why are you here?
Traveler, I need you. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. Will do. You.
Can't catch me.
Look, there are a ton of Fatu. Are you two the traveler in Paimon? Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly court.
Oh, so you two are the honored guests.
Of course, of course. How could they not?
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, Travel.
I've already prepared seats for you.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adored.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after. I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right?
Since we're talking about him.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for against ordinary people. My colleague would never be on the back foot. Coming from...
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat
well, in any case...
Oh.
Because...
And where did he go after leaving the fort? The fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. That is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still...
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as...
Hold on.
I suppose this is also...
Huh? I don't...
Have we entered into the...
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled, and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day! This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe. This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
All right.
Let me guess. Worst.
Indeed.
I win it.
Very well. It was.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to
So what gift must...
That wouldn't happen to be a dig.
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't.
I was under the impression the...
That was obviously a joke. Anyway, you've still got some...
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly.
I must say, Miss Farina, as the Hydro...
What are you trying...
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as... Yet, here you are, the prophecies hanging above our necks like a guillotine. But you...
You're wrong. I've never
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. Oh, great Hydro.
I have my ways. And I've been working on them for all this time. Fontaine will be saved. Even...
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been...
My machinations are just like the
I see. As a god, allow me to be so bold as to ask another... Oh.
The emergent...
Then allow me to jog your memory. And what do you plan to do with the massive amount...
The Oratrice?
So you also have no idea. I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly... Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Nouvillette.
Yeah, yes.
Of course I will. Although, I must say... Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left. Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf... You too.
If it's on my...
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake... it is getting late.
Very well.
Mind seeing me off, Traveler? We could use the...
Paimon's
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me.
That's what Paimon thought.
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in form. I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax.
They've all been working very hard and have always—
You mean Ridesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. By the way, and you can just consider, you are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to—
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Forget it. I will be meeting—
Do you require help?
No need. I need to meet with Farina, the Hydra—
Oh? Come over here, you little critter, you! You dare to run from me? Stop!
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one— It's just as In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like—
Who are you?
The fear in her pupils is genuine. So perhaps she's not— I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination. Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, there's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis—
Yes, Father.
My dear Chip—
News from the fortress of Meripede. Master—
Probably the handiwork of the— I'm afraid this is a good opportunity. Set up a meeting for me. Oh!
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my— The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. You should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you. It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it. I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Of course, that is all. It is, however, quite Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? Ultimately, though, one must— You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday. He certainly returned quickly.
Neuvillette?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long— Thank you for protecting Farina. To put it simply, I used my power to— So as expected, permission granted.
Whoa. It can't be that you're the— You can't tell us?
If by the phrase, you guys, you are referring to Farina and I, then although I'm not sure just what— I believe so. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us.
Huh?
You may be closer to—
Oh? And what are you thinking? The dragon of— Huh?
Please do not.
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we?
You guessed correctly.
Right, of course. There's—
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the dragons, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about—
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that—
There are 7 elemental archons and—
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. In any case, I believe given the status quo—
Oh, so—
I still have some urgent matters to—
please go right ahead. There's a place that— We'll see you another time.
Take care.
Clear skies can do nothing to hide the brilliance of lightning. Divine bolts can strike even in the absence of... There is no...
Here come the fireworks!
Now guess.
Well, well, look who it is.
Traveler.
Looks like you're with...
Oh, right.
Whoa, how did you...
She didn't want to stress you out.
Yeah.
Okay, but check this out.
You meant father?
She said a few things that were...
Her attitude towards you is even better than what we... You should believe her. She has her own way of doing...
Father...
Oh, Paimon just remembered that she...
Hey!
Are you going to stay?
Looks like...
Excellent.
For real?
Another implies that you were already served some delicious cake while you... Well, next time.
You guys are back.
You guys didn't get...
And here...
All right, there's no...
Hey, it wasn't just me.
I was also transferred to work in the... Whenever he'd say that.
Hey, there's nothing...
These two. They sure are a lot warmer and friendlier than when Paimon first met.
Oh, well, if you say so. I'll be watching you.
Traveler! Paimon, are you still doing alright?
We're fine, but
a few people sustained super... Oh, of course. How did Nerva... Miss sure Nervulette has... I ran into the bombshell bros while If you're not too pressed for... Just let me know if you get a craving for... I'd like to take the opportunity to spend some... Jurier?
Yeah,
That's no excuse for...
Jurier, Lurvine, we're back!
Hello there. It's been quite...
And you? Are you still taking...
Yep. That...
It can be a bit annoying.
I mean, the infirmary does make it...
Oh, yeah?
You two really are just using...
Not at all!
Do my eyes deceive me, or did I?
We wanted to see how the fortress...
We're fine, for the most part.
If that's the case, why don't you just...
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. Let's go convince the Udex himself to He came here in a hurry and left without even stopping for...
He sure sounds...
Miss Cloran has left as well.
Where the gifts...
Nervalette got the milkshake.
Those aren't even...
Well, it's Nervalette's own fault for making Sigewinne worried about his health by... Oh, and I have some...
Are these from...
Nope. You've already wrapped up your work at the fortress, so you can return to the
For real? Then we could stay...
You may accept... Just remember to come complete your paperwork once it...
We're back in our cell again. We're no longer prisoners, though, so... Sure feels that way. Huh? How did you know? Hey, that's not true! It's like, we've now gone to... There are so many bad things in the world, and we're just too... You're counting Paimon today? Aren't you the only adventurer? Then let's ask Catherine to give Paimon an adventure... just our thoughts making Paimon giddy. The last time we fell asleep here, we woke... We should be safe now. Alright then, good night to you, traveler. sec. Oh, today's our big day!
Please, sign here.
It's been so long since we've been to the surface. Huh?
What's happening? I'm fine.
Let's go ask the Duke. Your Grace?
Ah, good to see you two.
Yeah, what was with the earthquake?
Ah, that. The tremor didn't originate. Over the years of serving as the warden here, I've developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs on...
So the fortress...
If you recall our last incident...
Huh, you've got a... bye...
I believe...
Wait, seriously?
Aha, yeah.
Yep. It's you two. That's right. Today is our last day in prison. But... oh, yeah. Then be sure...
If you've signed the release papers, then you're free to go.
You're not going to...
I knew you'd ask.
Well, you actually agreed.
Ah, so you...
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must feel like you're...
Yeah, don't worry. We'll come back to see...
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see you.
We'll do our best to... Well, it seems our work in the fortress... We should probably go...
You're going to see Monsieur Nervillette?
I'm sure just you're... You're right.
Can't catch me!
The Palais Mermonia sure is buzzing with activity today.
Halt! Huh? Oh, it's you.
Excuse me. Would you...
I'll be right there. Sorry, I've...
Everyone's so busy.
Hello. You've come at the... In the meantime, please, have a seat. If you'd like to...
That's all right.
Very well.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to...
All right.
Are you done with your work?
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting. Today should be the day you were released from the fortress of Meripede. And it appears that you've...
That's right. Do you have any idea what...
Judging from your description, that cannot have occurred in any ordinary A whale of that size and shape can...
Immersed in primordial sea...
Most people wouldn't be capable of entering in the first place. Yes? What is it?
Ah, right. We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't for...
It turns out that I have just received a report. The source of the tremor was here.
The water level...
Fortunately, the water levels only... If the change in water levels is connected...
Navia should be in Poisson, right? We need...
I would also like to go there as soon as possible, but I'm afraid I can't leave. I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first. I'll meet...
There's no time to lose. Let's get going.
Please be careful.
Oh no. What? Navia should be around here. We haven't seen a single soul all the way here.
What will I ever do now?
Look, there's some...
Just stay put! We're coming up! Watch your balance!
He looks pretty sad.
My leg! How could this have happened?
Just hang in there.
Can't catch me!
Navia! She's over there! Hey, Navia! Are you okay?
You're here.
We heard there was a situation.
Yes. As you...
Demoiselle! There was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to...
He's wounded?
He fell.
He jumped down then. Find the leader of Squad 1 and tell him to take the wounded resident...
Understood. I'll take over his search and rescue...
All right. You'll... I'm sorry. Right. A little earlier, we suddenly heard a loud noise. The rushing water seemed a little odd. Almost everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water, those who realized what was happening, started. The Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible. But the water that flooded the area contained primordial seawater. So the lower levels of... No one knows if this could happen again.
How awful. And all...
It was quite frightening indeed.
Is there any way we can help, Navia?
Thank you for being so...
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends are for.
Demoiselle! We've got a situation here!
Sorry. I need to go for now.
And out she goes!
Okay, the wounded are being tended. Of course, we should... Traveler, Paimon?
Huh? Right.
Thank you.
Can't catch me!
Not a lot of people here, huh?
Well, given the time of day and the whole...
Right. That's... how...
Navia? Navia!
Sorry. I just... Malus and Silver. They won't ever come back.
Huh? What happened to them?
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan. They were helping evacuate and... I've known them for so long. I could at least hold a funeral for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver, they're just...
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect...
I can understand.
See, it's not just...
How could Master... Yet the cemetery is the home of those who...
Buying yourself a plot in advance?
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master
Hey!
I'm quite serious. That way, it'll save us both...
That makes sense. And that...
After all, besides you, Demoiselle, the two of us...
Personally, I believe we've...
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I've promised to let them rest in peace here. I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this.
Paimon doesn't know how to...
I'd always thought I could make my wish. Malus and Silver have helped me. I'm so...
You can spend as much time as you need here, Navia.
By the way, you can have a look at this.
Obana... Khan... Burnett... So...
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. The overall outcome indicates that the cost...
Right! Don't think that way, Navia. Malus and Silver were not...
You're right. What you said just now...
Oh!
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met. Yes, my people are carrying out. As for these supplies, we have
Thank you.
Wait.
We just met recently.
Usually, thanks to the knave, Spina
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing. That said, I must say that you're a lot sharp.
I apologize for my subordinates have reported that
This is nothing to brag about, nor, as I've told this traveler before, lending your organization a hand.
Without your help, there would have.
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver.
Don't say that. As Paimon said, I've never liked hearing people put it that.
You're right. Water is life to Fontaine's people.
So, you're...
Of course. That is why I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Thé. By the way, traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Alright, then we'll just...
That is a clever and useful conversation technique. Traveler, I'm sure you remember that you and I both know that there may be issues with the primordial sea. Previously, it was indeed during some recent judging by the dating of the ruins, my people initially came to prepare for.
So that's.
I wanted to take the children along, but Linny told me that outside, which is why I want to give you this task. The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family. But Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you. I'm sure you already understand.
Oh!
The intel I just shared about the...
Got it! So all we gotta do is go...
Excuse me, but may I tag a...
You wish to join, Miss...
But are you sure you're up to...
Well, I'm sad. There's no point in being depressed. Besides, I'm...
Since you put it that way, I have no objections. All right?
Okay, the three of us will... So, are these the...
They seem to...
Let's go and...
Just be careful.
Take heart. Victory will be ours.
Shine down!
Rest and rebuild! Fire hazard!
There is no escape!
Billowing surge! Allow me!
Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal!
Dada Kundala.
Can't catch me!
Watch it! The floor here isn't safe! This place has also been contaminated.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontanian would most likely dissolve the moment they...
Right! You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous and it won't be don't get Paimon wrong.
No, you're right. I can't do anything in the... That complicates things.
In that case,
the water levels here are unstable. I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit.
All right. Come with us for now. Oh no, it's a dead end! Let's try climbing over from the side.
Something wrong with this bridge! Run for it!
Huh? Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself?
Maybe she just...
Yes,
That's quite possible. How...
Oh. It must... This is a
Is something the matter,
Oh, no. I was just trying to...
Do you remember Mr. Giverny?
We were headed to see...
Ah, right.
Oh? Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too.
How have you...
I've been great. Thanks to your help, they were knocking at my door day and night.
Sometimes force is...
That's right.
Oh, yes. Miss Navia, these are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. I don't know what we would have...
did you...
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, Demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants.
Very well.
Wait. Excuse me, madam. That's right. No, it's nothing. This is the first time I've heard this name before. And why are there so few people around here?
We must mind the time.
Huh? We do?
Well, now...
Miss Navia, here you are. I've been looking for you.
My trial?
Yes, she's right, Demoiselle.
Oh?
Look, it's not...
And her two attendants are with her. Goodness, everyone's finally here.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be oddly... Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen. Why are so many people? And as for the judge...
Please sit in the defense.
All right, but...
Typically, it wouldn't.
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on, do they have...
Enough with...
My dear Miss Navia, have you not yet... As all here know, you, after you took over this... Not only you, but your butler, your subordinate...
Wait...
Yes, correct. We are one big fam. Therefore, this fair and honorable...
Huh? Everything you have...
Oh, well...
How... I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
I seem to...
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She...
Stay here, Navia! You're one of...
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means...
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mistress Wrong...
She was born a free and independent spirit.
Her actions cannot serve. Please do not mistake...
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontanians here. This, even if everything is measured. Now, I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay. We and Navia...
And you would call this justice? Have you forgotten how much you all...
Do you mean...
If your justice is flawed, then...
As you said, we can also have our own justice. And that...
Demoiselle!
Silver, it hurt. I remember now. Everything that seemed odd from the very beginning. Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Don't be afraid.
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be? Don't let them escape!
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia belongs to... After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying?
No more excuses.
She says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be?
What's with these people?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us.
Miss... No...
Silence.
That's... Monsieur Neuvillette!
Such commotion is prohibited. The court will adjourn for the rest of...
Our thanks, monsieur.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is...
But...
Go on now, demoiselle. This is your only chance.
Malus.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that...
Malus. Silver.
Quickly, you must...
Goodbye.
Farewell.
No, wait! Just a second!
Navia?
You're awake. Good.
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive.
It looks like...
Did all the sad feelings cause...
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. You were just about to be dissolved. I think I saw 2 Oceanids protecting you. It was only for... Were it not for their intervention, I would not...
Wait! Did you say Oceanids? Yep.
Perhaps those 2 Oceanids...
I always told them that they didn't have to protect me.
Please come with me.
Neuvillette, are you okay?
Oh, I am quite...
Why do you look so... Oh, Paimon knows. You're the...
I merely thought that we should give...
Huh? Why didn't you just say so then?
Ah, Sigewin.
I hope all is well with...
No way, don't worry.
I see. Well...
Oh, and the Duke also says hi. Even though Seedreen made him do that.
Thank you. I have indeed been busy lately.
He still doesn't know what to talk about. So, Neverland... this isn't going anywhere.
Yes, in fact. I had arranged to meet you in Poisson, but when... Amid my astonishment, I ran...
Yeah, we originally planned...
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now. I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
Oh, right! Another one joins the party! Let's get going now! Rush, rebuild!
There is no escape!
Feel the split!
Now you shall perish! Shine down! Nada Kundala.
Oh no, another unstable path. Watch your step. Watch out! There are rocky molecules here! Obsessive reprise! Covenants of the Deep! Seems we're almost at the top. Keep it up!
Yeah.
Rest and rebuild!
Attaboy!
Here come the fireworks!
There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal!
Insolent.
Allow me! Torrent, bring refuge!
Illusion shattered!
Fire hazard! Goldbishop down!
Now you shall perish!
Let's roll!
Rest and rebuild! Billowing surge!
There is no escape! Nada Kundala.
Looks like we've reached the end.
This is the place? There should not be any other hidden
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
Stone slates? It seems...
Perhaps we should just leave them be.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates.
The surrounding wall.
There's something written below. Let Paimon see.
It feels like someone left these slates and these words here.
That would fit the circumstances, Dick.
There's a person.
And is that...
And is that a ring of...
The 4th image.
The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the high... More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover...
Don't blame yourself, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Ooh, the Paimon's getting the chills. Just look, this says that it's the history of... Still...
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the 4th, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the...
And yet the order is reversed here.
If we go by timing, Lady Farina only emerges in the 3rd image.
Egeria, then. I had never... The previous Archon kneeling before the floating island...
Did she herself commit that sin? Also, I'm still wondering why these ancient stone slates are here at...
But who would have created...
It seems that any further clues will have to come from...
In that case, there's no time to lose. There's nothing...
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
Let's split up here. I'm going to check on what's happening with this...
You still haven't...
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard work. Traveler, I will go talk to Farina tomorrow morning. I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office.
Are you really gonna talk to her about...
She has long been harbored.
Alright, we'll leave...
I will be carefully...
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house at the... Alright.
We're finally back!
Welcome back. We've got...
Yay! And there's good food, too! Paimon's already starting to...
Oh, that voice. Is that who I think...
Huh?
It's you two.
Mona?
Seriously, nobody just uses a scribe.
Still, we didn't expect to see you.
Well, I have some business to attend to. Why did you think I was from Fontaine, though? Well, I used to have my own surname, which was, well, some other thing. Either way, there was nothing for it, really. She really is amazing at Nope. Although it is used by us in...
Wow! Imagine including a book.
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well. The Astromancer, but...
Whoa! That's a...
My name means Mona the Great Astrologer.
Thrice as great?
I know, right?
Talk about it.
Megistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to speak, which makes it about the same as a surname. It's all right if you don't get it.
That sounds terrible! But anyway, you're not fun...
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes. My parents migrated to
Oh, that's a good thing then.
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that there's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean. That was the main reason, yes. Just a while, the invitation was sent quite early on.
What do you make of that?
What I can tell you is I'm afraid that on the flip side,
A visionary?
Of course. The old hag could do it, and I bet there are others amongst those. Huh? All right.
Thanks, Mona.
Oh, well.
That's the greatest of astrologists for you.
Indeed.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about.
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business.
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here we are with the Spina guy giving us suspicious looks. Right, but we were able to recruit Mona's help. Good morning. To be honest, Paimon's still feeling kind of sleepy. But it's time to get up, traveler.
You're here!
Is
Monsieur Neurvalette and Lady Farina, they...
Like I said, I've already explained everything!
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. It is not my intention to offend you, but please look at this. This...
You mean...
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster. I will say this once more. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates and some...
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. But you...
That's correct. Which is why I... The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before...
I don't!
I'll ask you again. My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon...
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself. I understand your concerns, but...
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Farina. There are several indications that this is not strange in itself. You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to...
Well, since you know about my secret investigation, there's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix, but just trust in me. That's all I have to say. We do not Oh!
Did Farina not notice us standing by the door? Wonder what's up with her. She was...
I assume you've been outside for a while.
Oh!
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Still, I do not understand. Dialogue is the basis... Everyone in her inner circle has... We may have to create a situation in which she will have no choice, but...
Oh?
Normally, people will only reveal the...
But Farina's seen so many...
We will need to consider this thoroughly. Join forth... If at all possible, I would prefer to recuse... This may be cruel to her, but all Fontaine... But who will...
Well, that's it. Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved in a disaster.
And here you are, drinking tea like...
That's what family should do.
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for...
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you?
Me?
Then, how about you, good sir?
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become...
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things.
That was a little long-winded.
Oh, you might be right. Anyway, to cut to the... As for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be...
Oh?
Well...
Huh?
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a...
I see.
He is glad that you could...
In that case, do any of you have experience?
Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were young.
I'm afraid not, though that was their name. Today, Fontaine's a trap comprises of the following so, if we were to—
For me, I would prefer something— Our line of work requires a—
You use some of those techniques while moving the people of Poisson.
Yes, and I even meant—
I'm afraid I can't claim that as my strong suit. I prefer—
Calm and steady.
And I can be their assistant.
With discretion.
I'd probably use some sort of mechanical— I remember that you liked—
I did. And that would be a good way to go about.
What about you, Monsieur Nivit?
I fear...
That makes sense. But I do have one more. If we were to create a trap now.
I would like for it to be effective, but bring no harm.
Kind, as always. However, if we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for prey that—
Wait.
Only a hunter who's a true
We hadn't—
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them— But we shall require much more courage than any hunter.
Oh.
If we've got nothing else to do, why don't I tell you a story? Have you ever kept goldfish as pets? They're very cute. If we've got nothing else to do, why don't I tell you a story?
Fireworks are for now, but friends are forever.
It's been a tough few days, hasn't it? Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks about it. It's hard to say. After all, you're the most reliable did you just pour some tea? Paimon's never seen—
Don't be frightened. I'm just... Aw.
Wait. You...
The voice from the sky. You're feeling lost now, just as you were feeling previously. Consider me a passerby, just accepting a commission. The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesized will be fulfilled.
What?
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eyes. Can just as prophecies are usually only the future, as seen are the things that you shall see.
What is she talking about?
I believe that you understand, right? Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only... This was good.
The voice. Alright. Hey, it's you who's getting...
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively banter. Fine, just fine. I went to take part in that Steambird panel. It turned out to be more interesting than I expected. Not all Fontainians are pessimistic about this. One journalist mentioned that sitting around and waiting for the end to come would be wrong, and that they should make their own rescue preparations. I agreed, so we had a brief chat with...
did you...
Why, yes, it was Charlotte. I'm in full support of her view.
That's right! Paimon's glad to hear something sensible for one.
Yes. About what we had discussed before, huh? Goodness gracious. Are you serious?
She said that even the
gods give.
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary. As for the mage named N, the old hag has mentioned her a few times. But I've never met her, and if she were still alive, she'd be... well...
Whoa. The Hexen Circle sounds like a...
Their abilities alone are pretty...
Well, it's not like Paimon could under...
Yes, she was quite crypt. Perhaps it is some... Traveler?
Oh, we're fine.
I see. I guess you could consider me someone who has often... But even so, perhaps that's what N was trying to tell you. I did originally think of steering clear.
Huh. You do have a point.
There I go, talking about astrological principles again. It was worth trying to comfort you. I suppose that might be...
Paimon feels kind of moved by what Mona said. Hey, Traveler. Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by.
Have you ever kept goldfish as pets? They're very cute.
Huh? Our names are written in this newspaper. What's going on? Let Paimon see! The underwater stronghold. My recent attempts to enter the fort. Thus, did an Outlander friend become... So while the fortress's interior remains a mystery behind closed doors, do not fear, for the Tales of the Traveler contain surprises in spades. Journalist Charlotte's biggest scoop Huh. Charlotte took so many... She hasn't been able to get a hold of anything at... seriously? Well... We're here! This is where.
Okay, I'll go knock on the door. Lady for.
Hello. Oh, is that the traveler in Paimon? I see.
I'm
the one from. So, what are you all doing here? Do you need something?
Did you just get up, Farina? It's already. Huh? Oh, Paimon means the weather is so nice in the afternoon and the sun is so warm. Just like how you make us feel. Sleeping in late is a really smart idea.
No. I was just up late.
This is a small gift.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a regular person like everyone else now.
That's great! Given your renowned
Oh, but...
Yes, but for this particular project...
Are the Traveler and Paimon also...
Yep, we sure are!
Camera operator. That can be... No, I'm not questioning your abilities. It's just that I've never really seen you use a camera before.
Maybe you can come up with a test for the Traveler. If he can satisfy you with his camera skills, then you'd have nothing to worry about and can join the team.
You sure are getting better at rolling with the situation, All right, how about this? We'll work with what we have. I'll give you some scenarios and see if your work is up to my standards. Very good. It's essential for the camera op. Are you ready? I have high Okay. Grab the camera and I'll... All the shots had a great composition, and I could really feel it.
Yeah! Does that mean you agree?
Did you think I would agree just like that? In fact, I've already had if others were to find out I have—
Hey, but didn't we have a deal?
Huh? You know, how much you're willing to—
Well, I can offer you this much?
What? That's all?
I'm sorry, but
I see. Well, even though—
our script isn't—
Huh? Wait, you mean—
Oh, so for—
Of course I read it! I see. It all makes sense.
Not really. The novel's author transferred the copyright to me practically for free.
He probably just wants to get his name out. It reminds me of a delivery courier who wears...
So?
Well, it's— him. Mr. Xavier. If—
As my...
Good. Then—
Absolutely no problem.
Oh?
So...
Yes, I agree. I mustn't let a perfectly good story be ruined due to—
Hydro Arc...
There's no more Hydro Arc. There's a lot that goes into shooting a film. And, by the way, since—
Yes, I've thought about this as well.
Me? Navia can also use firearms, but—
Could we ask the special security and...
Oh, you mean the—
Yes, that's right.
They would be under Nervilette's jurisdiction. So—
No need to go to all that.
Oh, you do? Wait, sure.
No particular reason. Running a business, in return, I've helped her handle it.
So you're saying there's been—
It'd be best to keep it that way.
She sounds professional enough. She is—
But I imagine the special security...
Well, it just so happens that she's also not the kind of person that's just after Mora. As for whether she has time...
Then I'll leave that to you. Macaroni's on sale.
No problem.
Having Farina?
Of course. Just wait. I'll be sure to ask some people.
Seems like you're
I didn't ask for the Clapper Loader's commentary pie.
Then let's get going. I happen to know...
By the way, I'm curious.
Actually, they told us that they see the trip as...
What? So...
I already knew Xavi.
It seems the gods have really smiled. Besides the macaroni, I should also...
Hey, quick! Look! That's the limited edition, only 16 It was so delicious the last time we tried it, despite the tense situation.
One slice of cake, please.
Paimon showed up after all! Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia!
Oh, are you here to buy cake too?
Wait, did he?
That's right. Even he has his own prep.
Do you come here often?
Usually every day.
Every day?
It's part of my daily schedule.
Then what if someone told you one day that this place would be...
But why would it...
Well, Paimon doesn't know either.
Oh, the prophecy. To be honest, I haven't... No. It's the same for eating in general. You might not...
Huh.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have these 2 slices are for you? Sijuin said that this kind of expression you're making...
Oh, you know Sijuin?
I sure do. She was born... She said that humans are I've got something else to do, so I'll be going...
And there she goes! Alright, let's dig in. Paimon It's more delicious than last! Sure would be nice if we could always eat Oh! We're near the Seabird office! Let's go look for Charlotte and have a chat.
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon!
Ha! You've got some nerve!
Oh, you needn't worry about that. It's all right, though. I've set aside...
Really? Oh, Paimon...
Still, what brings you here all of a sudden?
A friend of ours met you...
Ah, so you know Miss... So she mentioned me?
She said that you're...
Nice.
Huh?
Oh, of course it doesn't. That was...
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh. And...
Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! Ooh, so much...
Wait, Charlotte. Paimon's still got a question for you.
And what's that? If you're seriously asking, from what I've seen, most people... So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office. Just think about it. If this nation really were to... And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that story. I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a worker... But anyway, that's my answer.
That's... so... Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we? The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty... Paimon's been thinking... If it wasn't Fontaine, but no, Paimon... We've always been moving to the next destination, so we haven't spent much time... You mean... still Huh. like it'll grow, but it's still better than the fortune.
So the two of you are still here.
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermaid?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Not at all. Yes, inside.
Alright!
Well, that's. Lady Farina was loudly accusing her, and before she could respond, the crowd continued to grow.
So people have started to.
I agree. People.
So what happened after the.
Seeing that the situation, the Marechaussee Phantom had their hands.
So, you.
That's right. The Marechaussee has dispatched many people. That said, I don't think there's much to worry about. She is a god after all. Good. Monsieur Nerv.
Don't worry, this is more.
Is that so?
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then. If we know Farina, she won't try to fix things in this. And as we also know, when Nervalet was talking to her in the Palais Mermonia, it would be hard for her. Paimon thinks Farina's. Well, what do you think? In that case, there's none of. This place looks deserted. Could Farina really be here? That's Farina, right over there.
What was meant to happen did happen. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, but what can I even do? Who's that?
Don't worry, Farina, you were.
What do you mean? Who did that uncivil? They even dare. Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Marechaussee Phantom are freaking out right.
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there! Quick, after!
Farina, those people seem to be after you.
They are? They're just so... That's against the rule.
Farina just ran off! Quick, we have to get... This should be the place, right? Hey, Farina! There's a good hiding spot over here!
What?
Hurry, they're almost...
Fine. I suppose haste is... I merely gave in to...
Yep.
What's happening?
Yeah. A quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, did it?
It can't be.
Well, there's no need to worry.
Yeah, but the people... It's true. I once had I've tried all my efforts. We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do, the will... give up. Indeed. Fate is... But just now, it all became... As long as the final... Don't worry. Well, that's enough for now. Don't take any of... Come
on!
Cher, that's impossible. It was fate. A witness. And if Tevat is in it...
Ladies and gentlemen, now without...
So this is... Do not forget, however, that...
May I interpret these words? As your in that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your art.
You withdraw your blood. I see. It seems like you have made up...
Paimon can't believe it.
What the heck is going on?
Wow.
Lady Farina.
Shh! It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding.
Looking for excuse.
I raise my hands. I will. I'm sorry, everyone. You are not the only... But now, I, Farina, will use this trial to show the world the truth. This time. Applaud and reach. Mark my words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontaine!
Woohoo! Oh, no! Why does it feel like Farina just took over the whole thing? Also, even though she's still acting...
All right, then. Who?
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Is that... Also, please allow me just how much work.
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
I can go over the tasks assigned to the Spina di Rosula, since they were rather straightforward and easy.
Navia, the president...
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance this morning were my subordinates. They changed into plain clothes and came to the people's resentment against their Archon has been, moreover, according to our understanding and analysis of you, so we arranged...
So, you mean...
And their goal was to force you to step in...
That's right.
As the super ultimate version of the setup that I used when the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson was an arc. My thanks, Farina. Without your... Of course, this performance was only made possible with Father's support. We had to select a location, construct a giant magic box, dig a tunnel, and...
So, in other words, the earthquake...
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster.
Then, I can get you gathered a crowd, prepared a stage, and also that as soon as I appear...
Yes, that is...
Well, Clorand, I must commend you for your courage. As for you, traveler, I suppose you'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my prosecutor. Oh? It's fine. The stage is already set, so there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this trial.
Sir Prosecutor, please allow me to This is a document that Miss Charlotte applied for and received permission.
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's here. Oh, let Paimon see. Wait, so in other words, we can refer to this and let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, alright?
You defeated the Hydro Archon in the very first duels you took part in at the Opera House. That's one for the history books, all right. I didn't think that you'd... the words of someone as
The prosecution and the defense are both in position. The trial shall now begin.
Oh, come on! Just fast forward to the part. Of course, it is only natural for...
That's true. But my charge here is unrelated to your conduct. Instead, I would like to charge you as a...
Wait, what was that? Lady Farina's a fraud?
Hey, I came here thinking that we were going to try the Hydro Arc...
Charge accepted. Lady Farina. Lady Farina.
I plead not guilty. There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Farina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine.
Yeah, even though Lady Farina...
Yeah, I've never
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever since they were born. See? Even the orange, if you wish to drop...
An argument with Niram?
Well, I try. And if I was not...
That doesn't sound right. First of all, you may be a member of another long-lived race, which would allow you to naturally possess an extended life.
Who gave you that idea? Was it the knave?
A curse. I once thought it but in light of this claim, perhaps what I said...
Neverlet sensed it too, huh?
Lady Farina...
Well, it is true that it's extremely
Well, don't start celebrate. Besides, everyone knows for centuries, manifestations, one need only to turn their eyes towards the oratory's mechanism.
That doesn't... You tried to reference the oratories.
Didn't I make myself clear at the time?
Lady Farina, I believe a reminder of your... While the court is in session, the principles of justice and... You will prove yourself unable to defend...
I never...
That was no trick of rhetoric, Lady Farina. I've merely...
So, you neither knew why Child was instead of having been created...
The real Hydro Archon. It is true that I did not know what... But the oratories handed out that verdict You can't argue that just because a divine creation is flawed, that the god behind it must also be no god.
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses. Seems like she's confident that we won't be able to...
My power...
If that poses a concern...
You don't need to go that far.
Aren't you the Hydro Archon? Or...
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons derive their power. Thus did I give up all of...
Isn't that...
Yeah. No matter how generous an Archon can be, how could they give...
It seems like nobody's buying Farina's...
Hey, come now, everyone. I'm still the same Farina you knew, please.
If what the prosecutor said is true...
Did she deceive all of us? And all of our parents and grandparents, too?
Enough. That's enough. Tell me then, if you have no evidence of...
Wow, she came up with yet... That doesn't...
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use right here and now.
Miss Navia, please apply to serve as a temporary attorney for the prosecution before addressing the court. Though you act in partnership with...
Super sorry, Monsieur Chief Justice. Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson. including... So, Miss Farina, if we are to believe that you are indeed the real Hydro... But, if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse. Oh, and I must remind you that after the disaster at Poisson, nobody wants to see... I do hope you'll act prudently and choose...
Navia from the Spina di Rasula. The Spina has
If Lady Farina is indeed just a human, she's probably...
Lady Farina, this test has been unilaterally proposed by the prosecution.
Well, of course you had to tell her that. But refusing to participate...
She's just staring at the water without saying a single word.
What's going on? Is she really...
Due to the inherent...
Hey!
I'm fine! Look at me, everyone! Will you believe me now? I really am your arch-
Miss Siegewien, if you're present...
Siege?
Don't be nervous. That should be enough.
Please announce the results of your
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Farina was experiencing the adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater.
Thank you, Miss Siegewien. Lady Farina...
Oh, wait. What did she just say?
Well, considering your tendency to run from your problems... However, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a sample that is not constant. We don't want any...
Yeah, so out of regard for Farina's... It's a great thing that...
Listen to me, everyone. Think about it. How can you conclude? Also, if I what? Please, anyone, just listen to me. I swear, I really am your Archon.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone.
With all the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't...
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone who's two-stepped against her now.
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Farina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Farina is... guilty. We shall now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal.
Well, what's wrong? What's the
No, the Oratrice also displays...
Isn't that correct?
However, the exact wording of the verdict is thus to be punished via the...
That's actually one of the available sentences?
The one and only time the death sentence has been handed out at the court.
Farina's been sentenced to death by the Oratrice?
This outcome is indeed quite strange. Is this sentence really a...
Yeah! Even Fache wasn't sentenced to death by the Oratrice. You know, the real evil mastermind.
Indeed. Not only is Farina's sentence overly excessive, but now the Oratrice seems to have deliberate...
Excuse me, if I may interrupt. Is the trial still...
Fremine! Oh, you finally made it.
Mm-hmm. Any mission...
Is
looked everywhere and finally found it at the bottom of the sea. But has the trial already concluded? Then...
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow me to review... Traveler, I believe that you have already seen the other existing slates, and would like you to come...
Huh? So what do you see?
I believe I have now made sense of the Hydro Archon's crime.
Huh? Isn't the Hydro Archon just guilty of deceiving her people? So when you say Hydro Archon...
In truth, everything that you've encountered in However, I'm uncertain as to how much sense they currently make to you.
Okay, let's try to recall the contents of the... The first stone slate describes what you just said. It seems to does that mean that Fontanians are transformed Oceanids? The second stone slate shows Celestia floating in the sky. This must be the point when the Hydro Archon and the Fontanians were branded with the third slate shows the Hydro Archons. Well, the fourth slate is the prophecy of the Fontanians of they didn't believe that such a crazy disaster could happen at first.
We know from the case of the serial disappearance, and the first stone slate tells us that this might be the reason that... Perhaps what is about the true sin of the original sin cast down on the people... It's not as simple. When Navia fell into the sea, the stone slates show the people...
That doesn't sound quite...
The prophecy from the stone slates, if we hadn't dealt with it in time, things could have gone...
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea, but won't cease to exist. The Hydro Archon was sentenced to death in court. Shocking. Navia fell into the water inside those... The eruption of the primordial sea at the fortress... The stone slate's content can all be verified by... Now, but then if it...
Let's hear them.
Incredible.
All Fontanians were originally created. The evidence for that can be found in how only Fontanians could... Oh, and according to Navia, when she was about to get dissolved...
Indeed.
Yeah, and it follows from the content of the first... That could also explain why the Oratries...
The Hydro Archon's true...
And yet, after many hundreds of years, the Hydro Archon's creations have turned around to...
Yeah! Isn't the... So wouldn't it be trying to show the image of the Hydro Archon also falling into the sea? In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters. Did Paimon get all that right?
You've made some keen deductions. I must say, given how much... However, While you were able to decode all the information on the slates, they've also been... When we were at the ruins, I tried to decipher the hidden information recorded in the slate. Now that the slate collection is complete, I shall make another attempt to decipher the... I believe I should share this truth not only with you, but with all the people of your hypotheses regarding the origin of Fontaine. In the Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land. The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro Archon their desire. However, even though water as an element is intricately linked with the power of life, not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her. She poured primordial seawater into... But if Fontainians were to ever come into direct contact with water from the primordial sea, the power within their bodies would escape these artificial... Of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race. And thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the true
So you...
That's way too much information for me. Wait, but if that's the truth, we can't let the Hydro Archon be sentenced to death?
This really might be too much information for your regular Fontaine.
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the third and fourth stone slates was inaccurate. The slate's respective positions. A key point of the visual on the third slate is how all they have not been dissolved, which implies the nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well as the nation of trials and justice. You may also recall Navia's experience. When she fell into the sea, her consciousness was surrounded by... Therefore, that the people of Fontaine shall try the... Yes.
I think I'm following now. So, what you're saying is, in truth, everything we've done has happened exactly...
What should we do?
Huh. No matter what.
If that's the case, does that mean the scene in the...
Traveler, I would like to point out another about the fourth... However, I believe that rather than being a sure sign, as for the root cause of the catastrophe, This eruption was just a small warning of the things to come. We must find the root cause of the disaster.
That doesn't...
It was both
If we're talking about a true culprit...
the truth, the original sin.
Was that the huge whale you saw in your dream?
So we've met it at last. I understand very well that whale does not belong to Tevat. It is it has been greedily consuming the energy from the planet's primordials, and once it has finished consuming all...
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created Fontanians out of
Precisely. That whale finds... Therefore, when it left the primordial sea, it decided to make its...
We just barely managed to push it back, right?
That is correct. Indeed, it is more accurate from the way he looked. He must have been fighting...
That battle maniac. We've always known that he had a special connection with that whale, but anyway, now that we know that this whale is the actual cause of the disaster...
It is too late. It had already absorbed too much of the primordial sea's energy before we could notice, even if the entirety of Tevat were to be destroyed.
We've already done we've come so far.
Indeed.
I'll fight it to the end.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
The prophecy, yes. Just as prophecies are usually only the future, ultimately,
What's happening with the Oratrice?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Furina! No, I still need answers.
You...
Sorry. That shocked expression...
You are not for...
the sweet sound of bewilderment.
Fusalo.
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, the heavenly print...
Deceiving the...
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused. When that problem was thrust up, she knew full well that the prophecy would and as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles at once. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather... I spent a terribly long time mulling it over. Alone on the ocean floor, I had to outwit the I'm a genius, I know. Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance. But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose.
So you were also once one of the OC...
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do. Even after becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as not the me you see before you now is that she could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. Her strengths were of a kind, but in my eyes, Furina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human. Anyway, it's all part of the plan, of course. Do you still remember the final scene of in order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited under the curse I placed on her. So long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor would... Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house. I suppose now you probably understand.
But Farina is only... Even though she has had a long life, I cannot begin.
It has indeed. And it's been fun, and all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely. Oh? Who permitted you to come onto this stage? All right. It is not my intent to reprimand you. There is no need. Oh, do not jest. I am Focalor. The eyes of countless Fontanians are upon... Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon enough.
Hold the line! Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
Here come the fireworks!
Attaboy! Oni coming through!
The fuse is lit! Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards! Wait, where are the guards? Guards!
Illusion shattered!
Attaboy!
Fire hazard! Go Bishop down! Torrent, bring refuge! A brash maneuver!
Shine down!
Hey!
The fuse is lit! Farina.
Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me?
Be not nervous. Be not
Wait a moment. You're... Mirror me? Mirror me.
The prophecy.
What prophecy? The people...
Oh.
What's... going... But... doesn't...
I will tell you how...
As for the suffering, but... If there were scale...
I suppose this would also... Don't worry.
Play at...
That's right. If you can keep...
But...
Don't worry. Being a human, remember...
So...
To accomplish, but... I promise you...
A trial... What should I say to most of... I'm sure you've all heard. In truth, as the god Focalor, once again, thank you all for this. I thought I might stammer.
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity...
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestion.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest.
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen.
Wait, what's going on? Right. Mirmi said that I just calm down, Farina. Think assertive, with a strong sense of presence. Now, I was wondering if some weak pup... Well, it seems that you would. You may consider my previous act. Now then!
So that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
Her personality? It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful! Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned them around. My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, we have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be washed away. No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they... No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play. The scales of justice should not weigh heavy. May law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. There is no trouble in the... So long as I, the...
Yes! Oh, yeah!
Lady Farina, here are today's...
Come, besides, none of...
if I may be...
A magnificent...
That's true, I fear I...
No need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now, do your duties.
Lady Farina, I don't know what to say. Thank you for agreeing to see.
No need. All right. Deuteria, is it?
He is doing much better. You're such a gem.
Lady Farina, here are the latest hydrological reports.
I see. It's as I thought then. All manner of Really?
I'm afraid that they...
The day is finally over, but it's good to see that maybe this is fine.
Lady Farina, here are the new trial reports for the latest cases as well.
There'll be no...
Lady Farina...
Indeed, my dear...
Lady Farina, we're detecting significant hydro...
Understood. Keep monitoring. I don't think I feel...
Lady Farina, I've heard that the first member of our family who was...
And what a fine family...
Are you crying?
This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god.
No wonder. No wonder. A manifestation.
So interminable. Hundreds of years must have passed. I never have I want to tell someone. I've conducted so many. All I can do is keep heart.
Farina, you don't have... Although I don't know what you might...
Share. That's impossible.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, just share it with me.
A witness. Yes. And if to that is in its entirety... He's right. But if things don't play out... No, Farina. But what if, Farina, you've worked... Is it such an outrageous thing if you let this up? Think about it. Long and hard. No, I have nothing to... All you need to do, dear spectator, is to...
Fine.
So even Farina doesn't know the truth?
Yes, it had. She did very well. If she had let her resolve falter, it seems that trusting human.
I believe that I understand how would you build on this foundation?
Ah, good, good. Of course the Eudex of Fontaine has been. I'm sure you've lost.
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard It now seems that that person was you.
And then I became one with the oratories, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes. Alas, your In truth, it is no Oh, you have it. And to be more precise... I mean, my work over these last 500 years. But really, some have already discovered that the vast majority had to be.
It was all a part...
Indeed. This power accrued over 5 centuries, but only power...
So the oratrice's call for death was for neither Farina nor the destruction of that divine throne. If I do not...
Returning what's rightfully... In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the... Oh, what? The authority...
All you've done throughout the years.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Hydro Dragon. I must say, had it been within my rights, Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea. And the heavenly prince. I, for my part, am the god. Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human. So, if the theft of the primordial seas, then leaving matters of procedural. In other words, existence defying the prophecy, and at this point, Eudex Neuvillette, the highest.
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine at last, in the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 you are things being as they are. Surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Neuvillette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Codex Nouvellette, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Was that bright light some sort?
But since we're all...
It's time to end this. I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. We should seize the opportunity to... Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer function, the root of the calamities befalling... Come with me, Traveler. The hour of execution has come. From within. I shall share a part of the ancient dragon's power. We shall look for an opening together.
There is no escape!
I can feel its sorrow turning into hostility.
Illusion shattered!
Attaboy!
There is no escape!
The fuse is lit!
The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility. Chance will present itself.
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. I didn't think that... Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point. But they bumped...
That power...
Paimon has an idea. It's just that he is the...
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak. But you... So you may speak to me as equals. I have to agree. It's a strange... That kind of power is wasted on it. It's not cooperative. It eats too much. And I have more important things to do with my time than pet sitting. All in all, it failed.
Miss Skirk?
The point...
Well, being that this... So what sort of person is your master?
Oh, right. His name is Sir Tologi.
Huh?
I am
Huh. So master is insufficiently famous.
The foul?
Still nothing? Well...
Ooh, that one we've heard! Rhine-Doctor's part of the Hexen Circle.
Oh, so you do know that name. To be honest, but I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a...
Wait! Didn't you also mention of...
Actually, never mind that. That the all-devouring narwhal used up nearly... Such roiling hydro energies will prove difficult. As such, the Fontaine... In other words, the prophecy that you've been
What?
Not to worry. Focalor has...
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Farina will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Hey! Help! Over here!
All hands, initiate emergency rescue! Hurry!
Hey, lend a hand!
Look! The water's receding!
It's a miracle!
Water's receding.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong! The prophecy was wrong!
Are you right?
We're saved!
The prophecy was wrong.
renewed. The Sweetadiva old soil can still give Skyship Winglet. The various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr. Edwin. People always call the first Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really Jurier and...
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The value for these big scoops lies. Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created a true flying ship, while Navia is leading people in the reconstruction of...
Paimon's curious...
And that's exactly why I'd like you... Oh, this time will be different.
Oh, it's you.
Hey, we're just
I'm here to update my... let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snežević. Our residents are hard at...
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. I especially like that article you wrote last year. But if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report? It's not charity we're doing.
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it as simple as possible.
That would be fine.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the construction material.
Huh?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole...
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson.
Oh, wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions?
Forget it.
I see you're the same as always.
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake, you might as well just take...
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let him off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the photo, gather up.
Was it a good shot?
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more. All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the essence when it... Also, not to
Wow, you...
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview.
Whoa, you're well informed.
That's a...
In truth, I told him that it was best...
You're right.
Stay safe now. And tell me...
Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgia.
Looks like you've been missing us.
Duke! Did you...
Of course.
It's an honor to finally...
No need to thank me.
Of course.
All right then, this way.
Hey, no need to be...
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want...
Sir, please don't...
But it looks like dear Mr. Jurier did not...
No, I just...
Now, I might not look it, but I actually did meet Mr. Edwin once. The boat that brought about him. Still, if I might ask...
Huh. Looks like...
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels.
Really? Well, then in that...
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or...
Did you really have to use the word cup? Well, then, to so much...
Is my hair messed up? Please, someone...
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. We've seen the... Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try...
see...
Hey, Miss... sure. Come on.
Sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been...
Same old, same old.
Other than that flying ship.
That's why I decided to let the interview...
You're too kind, sir.
I see.
He sure did with...
I'll tell them that there's...
Oh,
What change can there be? As to what Miss Farina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave.
Hey everyone, the photo shoot's done.
Good. In that case, let's call it a...
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go.
There'll be an...
Maybe. Who knows? I might... All right. Last stop, the docks. Up and away. Navia mentioned that she stated...
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte.
Would you like a magic pocket? What sort of get? It's a wondrous bag that can be used to trick a friend. You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine? To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I...
Lynette sure is working hard to help Fremine so...
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist...
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Pear as an assistant,
and that said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh, it'll work out.
Lynette, could you...
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. She got rid of everyone the Father says...
that's all right.
Oh, after Lady Farina left, Father and Monsieur Nerville...
A diplomatic...
Yes, I was quite surprised at first. It could have been done as an apology. Furthermore, Father did...
Well, that's true, but...
I would agree, but I've also heard... I suspect you'll have to ask him about that...
Isn't he real big? But back to the...
They say that he's returned to Snezhnaya to recover from his wounds. I hear that the recent disaster...
That's true. When you think about it, we've had loads of run-ins...
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Father!
Well, what do you know?
Are you going to take the gnosis?
That is our... Don't be too preoccupied with sides. Switching my masks. Well, that depends on many things. No one... As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners. A vision?
And that's a wrap for me. Huh?
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
Hello?
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like. The sea breeze is quite pleasant.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-skid...
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, Traveler, Paimon.
To move things about?
That's right. I guess this must be life. All right, then. We'll be handing out...
Well, guess we sent Charlotte out. Shall we go see if you're... The entrance to the fortress! Ooh, he really is there! So, you really are here, Neverland! Kinda didn't think you were going to have...
Really? Oh, I see. In any case, you came at a good time.
Aw, Pirates! Alright, let's have it then.
It is...
Whoa. So that's Focalor destroyed the Divine Throne, but Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did.
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons, Fontanians were incomplete humans, but so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontanians became true humans.
Focalor must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Your yeah. And in a manner of speaking, Focalor...
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. I have investigated his case along many avenues, but whether it be by sentiment or reason, that should not have been enough. As for the judgment passed by the orator, whether it was due to that liability by association or Focalor deliberately
Guess Focalor had Fontanians in mind the whole time. Hang on a second. Back when Fontanians hadn't yet become real humans.
Life has always flowed like water. Do you recall how...
Yeah, Lynette said the fountain is...
In truth, even those couples did not know that such those Oceanids who were blessed within the spring wall... Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Yeah, about...
Ah, Lady Farina. I related Focalor's words to her. She simply said that she was... Having said that, she then packed her thing... You need not worry. In truth, I am somewhat happy, but now that she no longer has to...
What about you then?
After Focalor, this matter will directly affect our trials. After much careful...
Looks like you're still considering stuff for...
As an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. As such, before I attend to my other responsibilities. Additionally, the Hydro Archon's...
That's true. Wait, but the various...
As I am now, I have full command.
Wow.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Oh, that's right!
Leaving aside their intentionality, their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, the Oratrice has ceased to function. As such, it has lost all... If the Fatui have impure desire... Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. You will soon be heading to... I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide. As far as I'm aware...
A nation of dragons?
No, I suspect that I will... Unlike ancient dragons, such as myself, Natlan is also the nation of war. There is one other piece of information. The Harbinger known as the Captain has...
Captain... So...
I suggest that you fully prepare yourself before... Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. You will soon be heading to I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide. As far as I'm aware...
A nation of dragons?
No, I suspect that unlike ancient dragons such as myself, the dragons of Natlan have undergone... Natlan is also the nation of war. There is one other piece of information. The Harbinger known as the Captain.
Captain...
I suggest that you fully prepare... Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Hang on. When we spoke to Linny earlier, we guessed that there might be some...
No wonder the House of the... So regarding this specific issue, I was... In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Well, we're going to head topside to see what's going on. You hurry over soon.
What next?
The I can finally count. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons. But with something very similar. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before.
I do not know.
You should have the remains of the third
Remains?
According to...
Well, that much is true. After Focalor's divinity, but I fear I have never heard of it.
I've been training with my master, the Foul, ever since I was young. And it is only natural for those who are greater than humanity. Regardless, you should probably get rid of objects of to live in itself is a blessing. But once a
What do you mean by...
No need to fret. These are just my...
This third descender you
Master never mentioned them to me. If you're interested, though, I could ask him.
Next time, you believe...
I do. Wait.
That's what she told me. Whether it would prove useful or not, I wanted to pass that information on to you.
The remains of... So that's what the No-Seas act...
All the same, assuming that there was no
And she said that it would bring misfortune...
If she speaks the truth... I guess that you might already be familiar with this concept. That means that the No-Seas, which are exceedingly element compatible and can even enhance element... I wonder...
Like being... No, let's not think about comparing the Traveler to the dead third descender. That's what you say, but this topic's... Once Child recovers, let's get some more...
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when
Alright, whatever the case...
Yes. All the I suppose that would be the mystery. I suspect not. But once in a while, I too would guess that if life flows like water, and what ultimately?
Fireworks are for now, but friends are forever.
Just then, the rain stopped. Or should it keep raining?
Happy Fontanalia Festival!
Enjoy the Fontanalia Festival!
If we've got nothing else to do, why don't I tell you a story? are for now, but friends are forever. If we've got nothing else to do, why don't I tell you a story?
Just then, the rain stopped. Or should it keep raining? Trial or treat! Enjoy the Fontanalia Festival!
Happy Fontanalia Festival.
Trial or treat!
Fireworks are for now, but friends are forever.
Stopped. Or should it keep raining? Enjoy the Fontanalia Festival!
Happy Fontanalia Festival.
Trial or treat! Just then, the rain stopped. Or should it keep raining? Trial or treat! Enjoy the Fontanalia Festival! Trial or treat! Should it keep raining? Just then, the rain stopped. Should it keep raining? Trial or treat! Just then, the rain stopped. Or should it keep raining? Trial or treat! Just then, the rain stopped. Or should it keep raining?
If we've got nothing else to do, why don't I tell you a story?
Fontanalia Festival.
Trial or treat! Trial or treat! Enjoy the Fontanalia Festival! The rain stopped. Or should it keep raining?
Have you ever kept goldfish as pets? They're very cute.
Happy Fontanalia Festival.
Trial or treat! Trial or treat! stopped. Or should it keep raining? Trial or treat! Enjoy the Festival!
All right. She's over there. The one with an eye patch reading in front of the newsstand.
Oh, her!
Please wait here for a moment.
Working?
Just trust me.
Oh! She already sure is a mysterious person.
The court of Fontaine isn't particularly even a local like me just...
Reading on the job?
Detective novel.
One main character?
No.
I see.
One of the main characters is about to make a choice that will affect the rest of his life.
Any way to speed things up?
You know that doesn't depend on me. It all—
Which is exactly...
All right. It appears he made—
Halt!
Huh?
Hand over whatever you're holding.
Oh, it's just a—
Then I'm sure you wouldn't mind letting me have a look.
Excuse me, officer. I don't mind you standing around here, not
Don't give me that act. You won't be able to get— I am Chevras, captain of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. And before you do anything unwise, let me remind you that I'll have you on—
all right. But please let me say something first. If there's any contraband—
Why, you trying to leave me on the hook?
Save it for the interrogation. Take them away, Letelier.
What's going on here? 1 second you're reading a book and the next you're—
And who are— Oh! Aren't you the— maybe I can let— Now that Vache has been brought to justice, no new shipments of— Thanks to a tip from our reliable—
Oh, so you were pretend— Oh! Paimon almost forgot—
Hey, I'm Chevras. You probably already heard me introduce myself, so—
Yeah. Why didn't you make a move as soon as you had the chance?
No. I wanna just— All he had to do was come up to me and say that—
He had the whole day to turn the synth over to Chevras. But
Yep. He made the wrong choice.
But you knew.
Yeah, I knew. Enough about that, though. What did you—
Oh, you see—
The Two Musketeers. So what do you need me to do?
Yes, that's right. However, I'm a...
No need to say any more.
Huh?
Really?
Sure, it's no big deal. Besides, I personally really like this novel.
Then we've got—
Yes, I'll see you on—
Oh my! I can hardly believe...
Calm down, Xavier. Still, I should also head back now. And
Alright, guess that—
Traveler, Paimon, please stay for—
Then I'll take Xavier back. Poor thing. He's so excited that he can't even walk straight anymore. Yep.
So what did you want to tell us?
Have you read The Two Musketeers? The story is about a pair of children born into the household of a baron, and their struggle to survive. They were raised at the baron's estate. One day, upon return, however, the baron was able to many years later, the baron believed that the mother's soul, but it was actually those two siblings who had they used all of their abilities.
That's quite an—
Yep, the baron got what he deserved for his—
Oh, so is that why you were so willing to—
You could say it was one of—
Oh, you—
I've read the reports about you. Whether it was at— You've shown that you've got a strong sense of justice, as well as a great— Yes, you're as sharp as I expected. There's been a recent murder—
Huh? Really? But Paimon didn't see anything—
The Marechaussee Phantom hasn't yet released
A murder involving firearms?
Impossible. We However...
Huh?
I hope you all can go back and get some— I'm aware this might not be the ideal time to add. Carrying out investigations isn't. I don't want people to see Musket.
You mean they?
I suspect. Just to make myself clear, this. If you two have any interest in.
What do you think, Traveler? Yeah, you're right.
You'd better head back and get some rest. It's good to keep. Otherwise, when the moment comes.
Let's go get ourselves some answers.
Let's finish this quickly.
Ad Astro. Thank you for complete.
This realm is truly beginning to thrive. If you ever... How have you been recently? If you ever feel unwell... Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's actually quite nice. And during my wandering, but still, I do Huh? I'm sorry. No need. If you're gonna live some... I really like it. You've arrived. If you could manage to find the time to... Yes, you needn't worry. I have a habit of going... It can be difficult to find a suitable place where... Yes, if you skip a day... to fully deliver the elegant... To be completely honest, Great. You've arrived. If you could manage to... Yes, that would be perfect. I've been meaning to... It's just that you've traveled... I must respect you. To be completely... After traveling to so many... For example, the sword play... I've also heard that the swords produced in Inazuma can cut through nearly anything. The fighting style that flows like the... I want to hear all that you... I'll be sure to prepare some more... Of course, I'll be sure to...
Hello. Is there some matter of... As a matter of fact, the next time we have an important policy decision... Not exactly. I was thinking... Rest assured, the fount of knowledge and boldness... I have no doubt... Oh, after the decision is... Leoa is doing a...
This realm... If you ever have...